What is the greatest Michael Jordan moment ever?
Well, you're talking to a guy that, I mean, when he hit the shot over Byron Russell, I was there in attendance. So that was something special, and I know people look at that. But I got to tell you something. I tend to lean towards Jordan's arrival. Game 2, 1991, NBA Finals, when this brother went into the lane and elevated and then switched hands in midair. Sam Perkins had faked trying to contest it, but really didn't challenge it, but Jordan thought he was going to challenge it anyway. And when he switched hands in midair and laid it up, that was something special because, listen, Dr. J. Julius Erving had so many great moments in his career, okay? But what you remember was that elevation and the up and under, the reverse layup. He drove past some dude named Mark Landsberger, okay? And then Kareem Abdul-Jabbar came to challenge him, and he just shifted his body, went up and under with a reverse layup. No matter what you've seen Dr. J do, that and the curl dunk against the Lakers and Michael Cooper are the two most memorable moments for Dr. J. When you think about Michael Jordan, there is no way that you look at all the great plays and ignore him elevating in midair and then in midair going from one hand to the other to lay it up with his first NBA championship on the line. That was something special, memorable, will never, ever, ever be forgotten. That was special.
Yeah, I love that one, Stephen A, because with apologies to the Iceman, probably Elgin Baylor and Dr. J were the two most spectacular players, but in the NBA, Dr. J didn't win a championship when he was a high flyer like the best in the world. That was the ABA, and Elgin Baylor never won one. So the question was, could Jordan win with that style? Could you have that style and also win? And he did that in the service of winning a championship. But I have two iconic moments from Jordan. And because they were atypical. One was when he hit those 6 first-half threes against Portland in the finals. Magic Johnson was doing the coverage of the game for NBC, and Jordan turns to Magic, and after he had tied Magic's teammate Michael Cooper's record for threes in a finals half, he shrugs at him. And then Magic tells a story that MJ had lost at cards to him the night before and was still seething about it because he was so competitive. So that was for Magic. But I just loved it because it was like Jordan didn't hit threes back then. That wasn't his game. And it was almost like he was embarrassed by the amount of talent and the way he could summon it on the biggest stage, like, I'm hitting threes now, I guess, and breaking records hitting threes. And then the other one was kind of like that, too, in 97 against Utah. This is a 60-plus win team, all-time great Karl Malone, John Stockton team, where Michael Jordan, to finish the series, passes it to a teammate. Remember, early in his career, one of the criticisms was, well, he's a flashy scorer. He monopolizes the ball. Can he work within a team concept? And the fact that he passes to a teammate to hit the open shot, and in fact, it turns out he designed that play, showed you the kind of team player Michael Jordan was. So those were kind of two atypical moments, but because of that, they stand out in my memory as kind of the most iconic Jordan moments in the finals.
You know what, Max, you saw that in the Jordan rules where Phil Jackson said that, John Paxson would be open in 91, kicked the ball, John Paxson had 10 points down the stretch for them to end up winning that game. Obviously, the flu game is in there. Was it really the flu? Was it not the flu? The legendary Michael Jordan, where you were out having cigars the night before? Who really knows? We'll find out in the docu coming up. But guys, I have to bring you back to when I was a kid. 17 years old, watching Game 6 of the 98 NBA Finals against the Utah Jazz. I remember all the plays. I remember Karl Malone on the left block actually going to work and then bringing a double team over, him kicking the ball out, John Stockton making a three, they're up 3. Jordan comes down very quick on the right side of the floor, drives to the lane, gets to the rim, lays the ball in. They run the same play with the same kind of strategy where John Paxson runs to the opposite side, gives the ball to Karl Malone on the same block. Jordan comes from the baseline weak side, strips the ball, brings the ball up the court. They clear out. Dennis Rodman literally goes across the court, and the guy guarding Dennis Rodman didn't think for the last second to go double team Michael Jordan, the greatest player potentially of all time, to go double team him, and just Stephen A. Smith. That little drive to the right, that little nudge with the left hand, it wasn't even like a strong bar push off. It was a little nudge for Byron Russell. And you watch his momentum take him forward, and just watching Jordan stand there and hold that follow through in that moment to win that game, the storybook ending of the greatest potential career we've ever seen to play any sport, and hold that. That was a thing of, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. That was just conviction for everything.
I would tell you this. I would tell you this. So we're in Utah. It's called the Delta Center at the time. It's Game 6. It's the NBA Finals. That play that you're talking about. In my 25 years covering the NBA, it is the only time in my career that I actually cheered in the press box. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.